Chapter 213, Vampire Rearing Plan Continued. During the stay in town, I made the vampire girl practice magic. It's fine letting her use the skill points, but it may be because I barely have any skill point myself, but if possible I wanted her to keep them without using them. This is bad. I'm developing a poor person's mentality. Oh well, isn't it fine? That's why I decided to have the vampire girl watch and learn it. The attribute I've chosen is dark. This is the result of the Demon King's appraisal of the vampire girl's attributes. In order, the good ones are ice, water, and dark. The weak ones, in order, are light, fire, and lightning. To tell the truth, I wanted her to train in ice and water magic. However, unfortunately, I cannot use either ice or water magic. Because I have separated from the system, the magic I can use is slightly different from the ones in this world. How should I put it? The magic that I use is orthodox. The magic of the system is unorthodox. With magic of the system, a strange elemental attribute is incorporated. Okay. I don't know. Properly speaking, the water, which comes from water magic, is water, but it adds in an additional attribute, and the amount of damage increases and decreases by calculating the opponent's weakest attributes and defense number. When I was within the system, fire was my greatest weak point. However, now I don't have any weaknesses because it was the fire attribute which I had trouble dealing with, not fire itself. Generally, between an equivalent water ball or fireball, if I said which would deal greater damage, it would be an ordinary fireball. Despite this, in this world both will be the same damage. Isn't that point strange? Generally, I agree that if you hit something with water, it'll deal damage, but what about light and darkness? They would be physically impossible to deal damage with. This is the additional characteristic effect of the attributes. For example, fire, which originally deals a lot of damage, has its damage adjusted, whereas water and earth deals a small amount of damage, and the amount of damage is adjusted up. With things like dark and light, which are originally incorporeal, damage is added. It's added respectively. D was also the one that made useless elaborate specifications. Though the strong and weak points are extremely well made, strictly speaking, the purpose of the system are redundant factors. D is just playing around. There are game elements here and there, but I think the best example is the attributes. Well, I can't reproduce it if this concept of attributes by magic. This happens based on the system. I'm not a part of it, so I cannot use it. The only exception is darkness. The other magic is similar, but the contents are completely different. It'll only be magic. Even if you learn it, it probably won't lead to the acquisition of a skill. Whilst magic outside the system sounds good, within the system it's just a degradation of the magic skill, because attributes some amount is subtracted. So I decided to have her learn dark magic, which is an exception, as it's identical in the system. Why is dark magic the only exception? Because only this magic exists normally outside the system, as magic used by the evil god D. Oh well. She proclaims herself the worst evil god. Even if dark magic can be used, it isn't a mystery. Well, when I got deified, I received God's basic course, which clearly described D as a god who controlled darkness. Yep, that's why, because dark magic is her forte. It was original magic which had been incorporated into the system. Therefore, the same magic can be used even if you cannot use the system. While learning by seeing the same magic, you can acquire the skill faster. Or rather, I was lucky that the vampire girl has an aptitude for the darkness attribute. For the time being, I'll let her learn dark magic as a trial and determine the other attributes based on that. And so, I left a clone to instruct her in magic while I went to town with the Demon King. Conclusion, there's no sign of progress at all. Huh? I guess the Japanese means, huh? I don't know. Was the method wrong? That's strange. I was able to memorize it that way. It's impossible for it not to be possible. No, it's still the first day. If you try to think about it, I might not have understood the sense of using magic if I didn't have the skill from the start. If I assume so, it is not necessary to be impatient, and I should look at the long term. I won't hurry her in particular. Let's have her continue as is. More than that, food, alcohol! The Demon King's cooking is delicious. Her long life isn't just for show. Her skill is professional level, and the ingredients used are also good, and we weren't frugal on spending. It's impossible for this to become disgusting. The time of supreme bliss has come this evening. Let's eat! She got drunk immediately. Shouldn't you stop her? It's futile even if I stop her. Somehow it seems really loud outside, but right now I feel good, so I'll let him off with the rice that is full of delicious happiness and flowing sake. You've finally done it, me! Excuse me, the young lady is getting licked, though. I think it's necessary expense to get licked is what I've decided. It would be best to not mess with the drunk Shiro. That's a problem. It would be necessary to stop her in an emergency. Don't you know it's impossible for me to stop Shiro? Tender. It's getting excessive, but the Demon King is getting angry, so won't it be good to stop? It can't be helped. I'll hold back. I'm great! Yes, yes. Let's let go of the sleeping young lady's hand. If I really have to, then I guess there's no choice. Then I'll lay you on a bed. Yes, please. What an irritating face. Not enjoying alcohol is bad. Drink, yes? Drink it! I poke the bottle into her mouth and pour the alcohol in. Isn't that a good way of drinking, dear customer? Just like that. Chug chug. Whoa! Ah, it was spat out. What a waste. What? What an irritating face. I hit her with the empty bottle. Just from becoming a vampire. Pathetic. I begin to long-windedly tell the story of my hardships when I was reborn as a spider. People don't realize how blessed they are just by being able to stand. I'll make sure you'll understand this today. I ain't letting you sleep. Good morning. Huh? Isn't it already the afternoon? Didn't I oversleep? This isn't a good afternoon. Oh, then isn't this good afternoon? Good morning. I heard some very refreshing greetings. Turning around and looking back, Mera has a bright, dazzling smile. Was he always this kind of character? Thank you for yesterday. Thanks to you, I made a breakthrough. Yesterday? Did something happen? What's important is what one accomplishes, not what one becomes right. I've decided what I should accomplish. Until yesterday, I worried too much about what I'd become until my resolution was shaken. I can't follow the conversation. I'm prepared from now on. I've accepted that I'm a vampire, and I will protect the young lady. Yes, really. Please do your best. How should I comment besides this? So she gets drunk and she does shit, and she doesn't really know what she's doing. It's great.